y'all, I'm Elisa, the Scrappy Wife behind ScrappyWife.com, and today I thought I would do a little bit of a different video for you. I'm going to give you a behind the scenes of what it's like for me to create a video, what it's like for me to do planning, and what it's basically like to be a YouTube content creator. Let's go. So I recently created and released a new online course all about how to create your own YouTube channel, how to brand your YouTube channel, how to grow your YouTube channel, and how to sustain your YouTube channel. And I just thought I'd give you a little insight into how I plan. All of this is discussed in depth in the course, and of course there will be a link to the course below. This is my business planner, as I like to call it, and what I do, we'll turn to the month of April. I plan my content a month out. So at the end of the month, I plan for the whole of next month. I have a formula that I follow that helps me figure out what videos are going to go on what days, and then I decide specific topics as I'm going through. So I have my whole plan right here. And then each week I come to my planner, and this is how I kind of sketch out my week. So I have my list of projects over here that I'm going to be recording or working on that week. I have, for my particular channel, things that I'm working on ongoing, some creative projects. I have a teachable section as I've taken on kind of this new facet to my channel this year, and then to-dos, just some kind of general to-dos, and then down at the bottom is where I write out my focus for the week. Over on this side, this is a dashboard layout, which has worked really well for me for planning for YouTube. I have the videos that are being released that week. So generally I record a week in advance. This week is slightly different just because last week I took some time off, but these videos are generally for the following week. These are the ones that are scheduled to be released. And so that just reminds me what's going on. And then I plan out what videos and add in appointments and things like that all in my planner. So I'm ready to go. This helps me kind of focus in on what I'm doing for that day and what I'm focusing on, what projects need to be worked on and what projects need to be done. The other sections that I keep in my work planner would be an intentions section. This is where I keep kind of my artistic manifesto, some long-term goals, things like that, things that inspire me. I have a brainstorming section where I brainstorm video ideas and sketch out my plans for new teachable courses. I have a project section. So this is where I plan out specific projects, what I'm going to need for the projects, the action steps, things like that to work through. And then a general notes section that helps me just when I'm sketching out different things. I also have a goals section that I haven't been using quite as much, and then a budget section as well. All right, now that I have showed you how I kind of come up with my plan, today we are going to film a plan with me for my memory planner. Let me show you how it goes. All right, so this is my filming area where I do all of my filming. It started out nice and clean, and of course it has a few marks here and there. I use a mount that I got off of Amazon. I'll link it below to hold my iPhone, and I use 2 ring lights plus some extra lighting to really light up the surface so that you get less shadows on projects and things like that. So let me show you what it looks like as I kind of gather my supplies and get ready for a recording. I tried to gather up all of my supplies in advance and have them all close at hand. This was a switch for me moving over to this recording area in the side of my craft room, but I have really loved the consistency of the light and the sound over there, so it has been really beneficial. I do add voiceovers after the fact, so I'm not super worried about having to edit things. So a lot of people will do their voiceovers as they're creating. For me, that's really difficult to do, and it makes my videos really long if I were to try that. So I do my voiceovers after the fact. Therefore, I just get everything as prepped as I can, but it's okay if I have to cut stuff out of the creating process, because that happens from time to time. Okay, so I just wrapped up filming my video process, and now I'm going to set up to take some pictures before I start the editing process. Let's do it. Something that I didn't realize when I was getting started on YouTube was the amount of effort that goes into taking photos, to editing those photos, to editing your clips. I kind of thought you just created, and it's kind of like when you watch a redecorating program on television and it only takes them seemingly 30 minutes to redo a whole house. And it turns out that there was a lot more effort that went into it, and it probably took weeks or months to get the full renovation done. That's kind of how it is with YouTube videos. They only last anywhere from 8 minutes to 20 minutes in my case, and the amount of time that goes into them is much more significant than that. I'm pulling out all kinds of different supplies that I keep on hand to try to stylize my photos. I like to mix it up between soft pieces and harder pieces like these wooden houses that I picked up from the Dollar Tree. It's fun to play and stylize, and I really enjoyed this part of making videos. Okay, so at this point I have done my pictures. I've done a little editing on the pictures on my phone. This is kind of the aftermath of when I do a video. There ends up with stuff everywhere, and that's okay. It all gets cleaned up at the end. Next step is to take the photos and the video off of my phone, put them on to my laptop and do editing. That generally, the editing process takes about an hour, maybe a little bit more, and then I'll be ready to upload to YouTube. For me, learning to edit my videos was the most intimidating part of starting a YouTube channel. It felt like a big mountain to climb, but over the past couple of years, I have learned a lot. I have upgraded programs at different points to get a little bit more powerful in the way I can edit. You will definitely hear feedback from your viewers and subscribers with suggestions on how to adjust sound and lighting and things like that. But in the end, it's all about creating a product that you feel really proud of and that's as polished as possible. Okay, so I have finished the editing process. My video is currently rendering, and then I will upload it to YouTube. YouTube will process it. While it's processing, I will create a title and write a description, include keywords, which would be searchable terms to help people find my channel, create the thumbnail for it, do an ending, for the video, and then do all of the promotion, all of the social media, the scheduling, all of that. Sometimes I spend more on the back end of the video than I do on the actual recording of the video. In my new online course, Building YouTube Success, there are 10 different modules, all that include videos and a full color workbook that takes you through all of the details of what it means to start a YouTube channel, helps you plan out your motivation, your whys behind creating your channel, mapping out a plan for your channel, identifying ways to grow your subscribers, grow your viewership on your channel, and it just kind of covers it all. It's really appropriate for anyone that is beginning in YouTube and wants to know the nuts and bolts, or anyone that already has a YouTube channel but is trying to figure out how to take it to the next level. I have been doing YouTube since March of 2019. I filmed my very first video on my iPhone with no editing and threw it up online. And since then, I've come a really long way. I've learned a lot of lessons, and I wanted to share those with you all. The cost of the course is $40, or you have the option of 2 payments of $20, and the link to sign up is below. I hope you will leave any questions you have. I would love to answer them below. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this little peek into what it's like being a YouTube content creator, at least how I do things around here. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider hitting that subscribe button as well as the bell notification button. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a fabulous week. And as always, keep it creative.